Welcome back for part 3 of remote viewing with psychic medium June Ahern. Joining is Carrie, who lives in the house that was investigated. She contacted me to investigate the house. We're following up on the paranormal investigation of a San Francisco home built in the late 1880s by a San Francisco family. A lot of history, and June says very active with spirits and other entities. Carrie, after listening to June's remote viewing in part 1 and some in part 2, can you add anything about the house and past residents?
Hi. Well, I definitely say that after watching part 1 and part 2 that I felt like the energy in the house was riled up. It confirmed my feeling of a negative entity around the bathroom. I've always felt that since I moved in. And our cable went out the next day.
Wow.
Unexplained. Just the cable people came and there was no explanation. They were like, we don't really know why it's not working. And our water heater was turned down 2 times in the past week, and none of us did it. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
Well, that's really interesting. Whoa. That's weird. Feels like the devil came through there. Whoa, that's never happened before. That's not unusual, Carrie, that once the house starts being investigated or the building of any kind, that the energy, the entities, it can really heighten it up. And it's as though they're being acknowledged or they're being seen, and they just want to, it's just an energy that starts happening. So thank you for letting me know. And, toward the end, I can give you some ideas of what I think could help with working with that to lessen it or get rid of it, because I've been thinking about how you could do that, but I wasn't sure that you had all that going on. So I'm going to go back to the house. When I first saw the house, the picture that I had shown here, let me see if I can get it back up again. Yeah, here it is. So when I first started the interview and it was describing the house, and then Jill did share with me a picture that she first got, which was more of the current house, the way it looks. This is the way I saw it, though. This is the house I was looking at in my mind's eye with the stairs. And although the current house does have a lot of windows too, it's changed. So I was happy when you sent me this older photograph here. And I actually saw the car outside. I don't know if I had said that at any point to either Jill or, in an email, but that's what I saw was the car outside. So at that point, that probably was the late 1920s maybe, or early 1930s, So yeah. There wasn't really a garage. There was just the house.
So there's never been a garage. There's always been a basement.
Oh yeah, right. And that's what I was picking up. One of the pictures that you had sent in the backyard, let me just look at what I looked at today that you sent. There was a backyard picture. And it was a kind of a wider of the whole backyard. And underneath the house, there was this empty space and a door that's there. And that's where my thoughts went right away. Like, whoa, there's something in that space.
Okay.
And that's what I think is what we're going to probably talk about. Is that the space that became the apartment that you live in?
It's not really. So we remodeled. There used to be an outhouse.
Okay.
In the backyard, and so we remodeled, and it became just a regular bathroom now. Like, it's not an outhouse. It's part of our apartment.
Oh, okay.
And there was a slight addition to the house.
Okay.
Like where the stairs used to be open, they're now covered, and there's also a laundry room upstairs. Small laundry room.
Yeah, because I think I said at that point there was a lot of construction done in the back. There was something going on. I
Yeah.
did see in a picture that there was a back porch
Yes.
at one time. It wasn't an enclosed back porch. It was an open back porch.
Yes.
And that was off the kitchen.
Okay.
So I am going to go through some of the pictures that you sent, and you could tell me a little bit about what's going on there. I think I went through the backyard and just looking at it all, and viewers can see what it looks like, and that's that space we're talking about. Now, something I did ask, and I didn't get a picture of it, maybe there is no picture, is that the lot next to the house, which now is used to park cars and such, is that
Yeah.
okay? Um, at one time, does any of the family know? Did you ask the family at one time if there were some kind of structure on that land, like maybe a shack or kind of? And they used to call outbuildings, not not where you go to the bathroom. They just
Okay.
outbuildings that things were stored or something was over there.
So in our direct backyard, there was a storage shed, a medium-sized storage shed, and in the other part of the lot, there was a 30-foot tall barn
Ah,
that was
that's
there for a long time.
because I believe in video one, I was saying that
Mhm.
that lot wasn't empty. There was a building there of some kind.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I like getting validated, and you can't validate everything, and some of what I see is inaccurate as far as we know. So yeah, that's what I picked up. There is a lot of energy that comes from that space. That's why I was so intent on this other building that was
Okay.
on the lot, and at that time we didn't have that information. And
Right.
that's why it's so important for me to find out after the investigation. I love the historical parts of it. And from that building, there actually can be an, a, a ghost coming
Okay.
back and forth to your space from that
Okay.
barn, because they might have hired people to take care of I don't know if there were animals in that barn. Usually there's animals, and there was somebody there that comes back and forth.
Okay, so there were horses. There was definitely horses, and they had carriages or wagons, I guess, back in the day. And they also stored equipment for the volunteer firefighters. So yeah, there you go.
That makes a
So
lot of sense.
is that the entity that's down by the water heater that
No,
you're picking up? No. Okay.
but it's more of like, let's talk about spirits are going to be just kind of for a little bit of clarity. Spirits will be the spirits of people that deceased that you knew. Ghosts is we'll call them those that hang around. You don't necessarily have to know them, or but they just hang around. And then entities they're different, and they usually always cause some sort of problems,
And they
Now,
don't they weren't necessarily a person that was ever alive.
could be. That
It
might
could
be.
be or couldn't be. It could
Could
go either way.
Could be. Could
Okay.
be. Yeah. Now, I asked about water. If there had been a stream of water anywhere, like a little river, a stream, something that was either underneath the house or on that going by that empty lot, what did you get anything?
So there was a well in the backyard.
There we go.
Yep.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
attached to water often comes these kind of different entities. I'm not saying they all are negative, but certainly because water is a moving vibration. It has a life, and it moves. It moves currents. And under that well, if you have a well, then you have a water table someplace,
Okay.
to have that well. So is that well covered up now?
Yeah, it's been capped and covered up.
Okay. We'll go on to some of the things that I saw here. Now, I know that there is a church nearby, right?
Yes.
And the family was very involved in this church. It was a church that the family went to?
I couldn't confirm that. I'm
Okay.
not sure. Yeah.
But I did feel a church like very close, around the block or something.
Block away. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
And you had sent a picture, a very nice picture of a bedroom. As a matter of fact, it looked very warm and cuddly. And viewers will be able to see that here. And I just was so drawn to that room. And there are a few things I picked up about it. One is that there were children there. So if the woman brought in babies at night, or there was a cradle there, or there were children. And then later on, there is an older woman there.
Okay.
You go into later. Now, this woman might have either crocheted or knitted, because there was certainly some kind of evidence of that around, like a blanket or some little doilies or like that.
Okay. I'm not sure about that. I don't know who
Okay,
lived in that room before.
because I believe there's still a female spirit in that house, and she's attached to that bedroom.
Okay. I'm thinking it might be my husband's great-grandmother, Dorothy.
Now, is that who's in that? Who is that a bedroom now?
Yes. My in-laws, actually. That's their bedroom now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice bedroom. Has a great feel.
Oh, good.
It has
It's
a
gorgeous.
really good
Yeah, it has a really good feel.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that was the bedroom. Now, the elderly man with the dog that you sent the pictures, you can see it's a black and white picture, and there's an elderly man. He's got the glasses on and the hat on, and he's very attached to this dog. That's the dog that I saw when Jill first interviewed me in the first video. That's the dog.
That's great.
It's kind of like a little terrier mix kind of a little dog. But as soon as I saw it, I said, that's the dog. And that is the man that sleeps on the couch.
Okay.
So
Okay.
who is that man?
So he, his name is Ed, I believe, and he married, I don't know if you want me to refer to it as Michael's grandmother.
Okay.
Or Chris's great-grandmother.
Okay.
So he married her, and he lived in this house for years and years and years and years and years.
He's very happy in that house, yeah.
With his dog, Barnaby, who was his life.
What was his name, Barnaby?
Barnaby.
Oh,
yeah.
That is great. And they are just so attached.
Yeah.
And you could certainly see that in the video. You could feel that devotion between the two of them. Yeah. So that would be your husband's great-grandfather.
Yes.
Now, the other picture that you sent that I looked at and I was really attracted to was the woman with the hat on. The woman out there with the kind of plaid skirt and the hat on, and she's standing there. And I could feel that she's a little awkward in the photograph. She's kind of like, here I am, I'm a little awkward. I think that she is the woman's spirit that I have picked up that was young and then got older in that house. And so she is still attached to this house.
Okay.
Who is that?
That's Michael's mother, Chris's grandmother.
Okay. All right. And so she's the one that passed early, you were saying?
Yes. Yeah. Michael's,
because she was quite an interesting lady in the way that she had a spunk about her.
Okay.
And at the same time, she had a quietness about her, meaning that if it came to that, she'd have to do it, come out and be more social or what have you. But she didn't go down easy. If somebody came to her, she had something she had to say, she would say it. Now, do you know if she was involved with the schools quite a bit, if she involved herself in any way with education?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I was really attracted to her, and I really felt that she's still a spirit that's there. The other photograph that you sent, they were all great. It was hard for me to look at them and really say, what do I feel here? The other one that I really felt was the old woman. Now, was this old woman the woman that lived in the house for a long time and then she left just before she passed away?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be Michael's grandmother.
On another side, or?
She was Dorothy Gillen. So her parents built the house, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
The house.
That's
So
why she's so attached to this house. It's her parents that built this house. And she's still there. And she may be the one that pulled up the blankets over you.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. She goes around and makes sure that everybody's tucked in for the night and that anything's left simmering on the stove, or she could get a little bossy. You know,
Okay.
say, oh
Yeah.
God, I don't remember leaving that burning. And they go down and turn it off or whatever. She also wants everybody to come over. She wants people to eat. She wants people to come over. And so, you know, your in-laws are like, well, we don't really want to give this family party again, but I guess we better, because we've got to get that dining room table filled with food, because that's what she's saying. You got to fill that dining room table. You got to get all the family. And she says, and even bring all the little kids. She wants everybody there. But she does shush the dog.
What, you picked up something about the stairs, and Carrie texted me something about the stairs. And I don't know if I should tell you what that is, or if you can talk about the stairs, because you wrote something in an email to me asking about the stairs, and she confirmed it. Somebody fell down the stairs and died on those stairs.
Okay, because the stairs were something I was looking at very much. You know, you sent a photo of a woman, like, I think they were playing baseball or handball or something. Was it a male that fell down the stairs and died?
It was Dorothy.
The old woman?
Yeah.
Or the one that wants everybody over?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the woman in the picture throwing the ball?
I believe that's Michael's mother as well, but we're not sure who the two kids are.
Okay. Okay, so it's your father-in-law's mother. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, something with kids, because I just see her around, not meaning just her own kids, that she interacted with kids well, like that. Now, was there ever, because in the first video I talked about a fire, and I talked about like smelling smoke or something, and then it came up that there was a problem with a gas leak.
So, yes, Michael's mother died from, I believe, carbon monoxide or some sort of furnace malfunction.
That's the young woman with the hat.
Yes. And I can't confirm that it happened here, but to be honest, it's kind of a sensitive subject because Michael found his mother. So
Okay.
I don't really want to pry too hard on that because I don't want to.
Yeah, well, her spirit's still around. So you've got quite a few spirits in this house, and they do it because they love it.
Okay.
They really do love it.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps the more negative entities from taking over. Thanks so much, and you can send any more information or confirmation.
So can I do real quick? I wanted to say that you had mentioned in part one deterioration of the back stairs, and I had asked Phyllis and Michael, my in-laws, about it, and they were like, we're not sure. But in one of the photos, I noticed that there's a door, and Phyllis was like, oh yeah, that's the door to nowhere. I'm all, well, what do you think was there?
That's right. I wanted to ask you about that. So we'll put that up and look at that and see that door there. I was going to ask you, what is that door?
Yeah, we don't know what happened. It was a door to nowhere. So
it had to be stairs there.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not going to put a door there and open it up and then just fall
down the story. Yeah.
So the stairs that were there, no doubt, were the original stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just don't have a door to nothing. Off a porch, off of like a kitchen or a porch to the back. Yeah. I was going to ask you, I'm glad you brought that up. It was very curious. And underneath in the bottom, there's a little door too in one of the pictures.
Yes. That was to the outhouse.
To the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. I absolutely enjoyed myself a lot. This was good. Thank you, Jill, for putting it out there.